And I would say कि computer science is easier subject than electronics and mechanical.
I see.
ऐसा मुझे लगा. Like I know personally in electronics the signal processing and those subjects are super tough. Like there is a lot of mathematics, calculus involved.
Okay. So we talked about you took admission, courses and all, guide selection,
Yes.
ARA. So we are clear on that part. And I think
Yes.
the courses that you have taken, it's all related to AI because your thesis is under that, right?
Yes. Right.
So now you have a background of AI and all, right? So now
Yes.
let's talk about internship because that plays a very
Okay.
important role. Because as far as
Yes.
I know, IT Bombay folks are not allowed to do internship, right? First thing, correct?
Yes.
You know about
Yeah.
that. And how did you manage
Yes.
to get to go to internship?
Okay. So I mean the first thing, the at IIT Bombay master student, MTech students are not allowed internship, but MS students are allowed to do internship with
Wow.
the consent of their guide.
Wow.
So that's an important point. I mean, it is not allowed that your thesis is going on in operating system and GPUs and you want to do internship in finance.
I
So
see.
I mean, the internship should be like that, which will support your thesis, which can bring some positive contribution to your thesis.
Makes sense.
So that's why, like for before choosing an internship and the area of the internship, you have to take the consent of your guide. So that's an important thing. And for me, like IBM research has had opened every year. What they do is around September they open the list of projects that
Mhm.
for internships they are willing to, and they list all the things that what the project is about, what are the required skills in it, and what are the components that are involved in it. Components as in the technical areas. So what I did is like I went through the list and then I found out the project that these are the ones which are matching with the current research work. And I took permission of guide. So he was like, okay, because IBM research focus a lot on research, and this was a since this was a research internship as well. So I applied for the internship through the connections of my lab. So the lab at IIT Bombay, which I work at, which is CFID lab. So from those connections, I applied. Then a couple of people approached me from my resume that like because there were interesting match between that project and my resume, and then the further process happened, the interview and then selection, etc.
Wow. So basically, you started looking for research internships and all during your September. I mean, the first semester, right? I can assume.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, like actually, the first semester is quite busy. I was not thinking much about that until the October came. So
Ah,
I mean, so after October, when I saw the project list, and I just thought that I didn't think of like I was not very ambition that I want to work here and like so. I just thought that okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes.
right,
And
right.
I just filled the application and I tried that. Okay, let's see if I get the position. कुछ तो अच्छा ही होगा. So that was the thinking.
Okay. So you searched for it through your connections, lab connections.
Yes.
Your resume got
Yeah.
submitted, right? That's the first step.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How was your interview experience for this IBM Research Labs intern? How did that happen?
Yes. Okay, so since the area for which I was applied, that was related to ML and NLP.
Okay.
So the whole interview was regarding ML, the fundamentals of ML, and then some advanced portion of NLP like transformers and these things. So I mean, for research internships, or even for the, I would say not very specific research internship, or the if you are willing to work in the ML based internship, then these are the key requirements that you should have a very good knowledge, sound knowledge of ML, the fundamentals of ML, I would say. So the interviewer were very focused on fundamentals of ML. I mean, we usually think that there will be very vast, there is a very vast notion of LLM and etc. and सब वो fancy चीजें पूछी जाएंगी. But नहीं, जब आप इंटरव्यू में जाएंगे तब like the interviewer will start asking you SVM and those kind of thing, and अगर वो clear नहीं होगा तो uh, the interview won't go well. So
Okay.
yeah.
Do you remember some questions that you had, like, so that people get an idea?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So some of the questions, as I mentioned, बहुत सी basic ML पे थे कि like one of the question which I remember, those were not kind of typical, कोई ऐसे syllabus में से question नहीं थे, which it was like a thought provoking question. Like for example, the interviewer had asked me कि why can't we use accuracy in the back propagation?
Correct.
Like why can't we use the accuracy back propagation? Why do we have to bring in the loss every time? So that was one of the questions. So I mean, this is a thought-provoking question. Then there were question rigorously around transformer, since like the project which I had applied, it was related to NLP and LLMs. ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स का बहुत इंटर पूछा गया था कि ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स का आर्किटेक्चर कैसे होता है, बर्ड का आर्किटेक्चर कैसे होता है, एंड दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. देन अदर थिंग्स जैसे वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स की जनरेटिव एआई क्या होता है, डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव एमएल क्या होता है. So I mean, these are basic questions, but there is a quite a scope to get through in this if you don't have a good basics.
I mean, I assume the questions were more intuition based, why certain thing is happening. Textbook questions were not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Good. So, and apart from this, so these whatever you told me, this covers the basics ML or the MLDL and the AI part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
What about the coding? You write code DS.
Okay, coding. Yeah. So I mean, for IBM research, they were very much focused on ML, but at the end, they did ask a like coding question. It was not a typical coding question कि coding editor खोलो and उसमें code लिखो, but it was kind of more like a puzzle and coding का mixture. So
Right.
like yeah, I don't remember the whole question, but as far as I remember, it was related to binary search with the infinite number series. So
Wow.
infinite number of series पे binary search कैसे लगाना?
Correct. Okay, that's a good question. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you asked to code that question, or like you were allowed
No,
to?
I mean, so I just had to tell the logic and like and the other things like time complexity and time complexity analysis, those kind of stuff.
Oh, awesome. Okay, makes sense. So basically, the interview was a mixture of both. थोड़ा बहुत coding आपसे पूछ लिया, so that you know
Yes, right.
LDL में आप
Yeah.
कर लिया, right?
Yes, right.
Awesome. इसके
Yeah.
अलावा भी did you apply for an internships and all? Or
Yeah, so like this was I was selected in IBM research for around December,
I see.
and after that, like in campus, Amazon had like there. So Amazon put out an application for IDV CS grad people. Ki, like they are inviting an application for internships. So I actually didn't wanted to, but everyone was applying. So in the FOMO, like मैंने apply कर दिया.
You
And
should always explore options. True. Very good. How
yes,
did that
right,
go?
right.
उसमें क्या था
So
around?
that was also good, but the interview process was more rigorous there. Jैसे IBM research was very focused. The interview were very research specific. I mean, they wanted the answer to be in very depth, both in terms of mathematics of ML, etc. The interview at Amazon was more like an application kind of base. कि like अगर ये situation है, तो ML का कौन सा algorithm लगाना चाहिए, क्यों लगाना चाहिए, those kind of things. And yeah, Amazon Applied Scientist Intern did had like a separate coding round in which you have to like properly code up the things in the code editor. So they will give test cases and
उसमें okay, let's talk a little bit about that round as well. Amazon का
yeah, sure. Yes.
people get to know, right? So
Yeah.
let's start with very basic questions. So how many rounds were there? Amazon के Applied
Yeah.
Scientist.
So there were 3 rounds. The first one was OA, the online test. And the second one was interview, which was the coding round, and the third one was ML round. So these were the only 3 rounds.
3
Yes.
rounds you were done with the interviews.
Yes. Yes.
OA में how many questions were there?
So OA, there were 2 questions. Like there were easy and one medium level lead code questions, I would say. So since this was ML related internship, they won't ask you like a super hard question like DP and graphs, those things.
Okay. तो दोनों कर दिए. You did both of
दोनों
them.
कर दिए. Yeah.
Round के बाद फिर I think selection हुआ होगा, right? Cut.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second round. Which was the second round?
So So second round was coding round proper. So in which like the first question was asked regarding the linked list. So
Very
it was a simple one. It was like check the linked list is palindrome or not in like O of one space complexity. So that was the first question.
linked list or doubly linked list?
No, linked list.
Very good. Good question. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it was expected कि like उसे properly code करो and they will check the test cases etc. And the second one I don't remember the second one but it was a variation of unbounded knapsack problem
Okay. Okay.
in the dynamic programming. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, makes sense. Very good. So you solved both of them?
Yes, I solved both of them. So like there was 1 hour for this interview and like मैंने properly code करके like all those things were done.
So ये तो proper. I remember. I think they focus on time complexity and space complexity, right? They try to optimize.
Yes, yes. Yeah, right. So, I mean, for this, they don't expect you to run the code. Like, उन्हें चलता है कि if there are syntax error and all, they will just give the test cases कि उसे dry run करो orally कि what will go on these things.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
फिर इसके बाद ये भी round हो गया. इसमें भी shortlist
Yeah.
बच्चे
Yes.
shortlist हुए थे या फिर
Right.
everyone went to the last round?
No, like मतलब since ये थोड़ा बहुत coding specific था and as far as I remember काफी लोग थे जो like which who were not shortlisted after that. Yeah, they got eliminated.
I see. I see. Last round में क्या पूछा?
So last round was pure ML round. So like the interviewer was ML scientist and like he was like complete ML round की again generative AI क्या होता है, discriminative AI क्या होता है, and then discussion on transformers, discussion on CNNs, discussion on like I mean to summarize, they asked the complete foundations of machine learning subject in that 1 hour.
उन्होंने पूरा breadth cover कर लिया क्या एक
Yes. Yeah, so like they asked me a lot of things, and I mean the difference, as I said, for IBM research, it was like people were going too much into the maths as well. Like I remember that interviewer asked me कि key query value क्या होता है transformer में and how the matrix multiplication happens, etc. So in Amazon, they didn't expected the key query value, but rather they focused on application. कि हाँ कि I mean like what does the self attention bring on? What is the value that self attention add? So those kind of questions they ask.
I see. Application based questions ज़्यादा थे कि if something
Yes.
that is there why it got introduced, right? है ना?
Right, right, right.
Help in like solve a particular problem. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So okay. So any other interviews you gave?
No. I mean these were the two only interviews. I got selected for both of them, and then I chose IBM Research. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Great. So अब मुझे समीर ये बताओ. These are some good questions that you were asked, right? Both of the interviews, because guys, I understand Amazon ने पूरा breadth cover किया.
Yeah.
IBM ने depth cover कर लिया. Correct?
Yes.
Prepare. That's an important question. Like if like because there are juniors coming next year, right? And other folks, colleges, they want to prepare. So how did you prepare for these interviews?
Actually, मैं सच बताऊँ तो like the CS725 was FML is enough. Like I mean मैंने कुछ उससे ज़्यादा prepare नहीं किया था.
Who got you that code?
So I mean that course is itself is rigorous कि मतलब first semester खत्म होते होते बहुत मुश्किल हो गया था. ऐसा लग रहा था कि 8 भी आएगा कि नहीं आएगा. So I mean I just went through the slides of FML जो हमारा IIT बॉम्बे का कोर्स है मास्टर्स का, and I covered everything from that, and like that is enough, I would say.
Okay, very good. Okay. So basically you prepared from IIT, whatever courses you have taken.
Yes. Yeah. That worked for me.
And you did.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah.
IIT Bombay courses are so rigorous. You don't get separate time to prepare for anything, right? You're already so much in coursework and project.
Yeah.
Good for the day.
I mean the courses covers the mathematics and the assignment covers the implementation. So I mean that is enough. You anyway won't get time. So that's not a choice.
Awesome. By the way, good. I can totally. You landed on both the internship, then you selected कि नहीं IBM research में जाना है. Then you continue.
Yeah.
How was the work? Let's talk a bit about that. कैसा रहा work balance वहाँ पर क्या काम किया आपने? I know you are not allowed to say that much, but If you
Yeah,
can give a bit of idea open.
sure. So, my work at IBM Research was revolving around LLMs, large language models, जो अभी hype है, I would say,
हाँ,
and around that, and I was working with the AI for code team. I mean the team does the AI in the code related applications, जैसे code generation हो गया, code translation हो गया. So for that, my work was specifically related to code generation. एक specific code का format होता है, वो generate करना था with certain given input. I mean, yeah. So this was related to one of their product as well, and yeah, the experience was good. जैसे like I had thought in the starting कि like बस model train करना है and बाद में हो गया like
हाँ,
LLM तो produce कर देगा. But पता चला कि like hallucination आएगा तब like how we have to control it. That was the main key area.
yeah, true. If you look at the whole LLM field, लोगों को लगता है कि बहुत बड़ा मॉडल है, डेटा है,
Right.
तो आउटपुट आ जाएगा, करेक्ट,
Yeah.
बट दैट्स नॉट द
So
केस सिंस यू वर्कड ऑन
yeah.
इट.
So I mean, my challenge was I had to work on that application under low resource data setting. So मतलब कम डेटा है तो कम डेटा के साथ कैसे मॉडल का एक्यूरेसी यू कैन इम्प्रूव. हर बार डेटा तो नहीं बढ़ा सकते. So yeah.
सब लोग गूगल और अमेजोन तो है नहीं कि दे हैव पाइल्स ऑफ सोर्स ऑफ
Right.
फुल डेटा, है ना?
Right. Right.
It's good, यार, you got to work on the latest technologies. LLMs पे it's all hyped. LLM, AI, chat.
Yes. Yes.
Good. Your experience, मजा आया काम करके?
Yes. Yes. I mean, I really enjoyed doing research there. Like the people are, I would say, like people are very collaborative in kind of research. So जैसा मैंने research lab like imagine किया था, that was perfectly like that. कि लोग एक साथ में काम करते हैं, मिलजुल के काम करते हैं. So that was a good experience for me.
Okay, good. Awesome. So हमने आपके जर्नी की बात कर ली, प्रिपरेशन की बात कर ली, आप यू लैंडेड इन इंटर्न्स, मतलब विद इन अ ईयर समीर बहुत कुछ किया. वेरी गुड. आई थिंक यू शुड गिव अ पैट ऑन द बैक फॉर अ ईयर यू हैव डन डिसेंट विद योर करियर. वेरी गुड. सो नाउ इतना कुछ कर लिया है, ठीक है? नाउ लेट्स प्रोवाइड गाइडेंस टू फोक्स. ओके, नाउ व्हाट आई वांट यू इज जस्ट ट्रीट मी कि मैं टियर 3 का स्टूडेंट हूं, ठीक है? See, if I am from an IIT or IISc or NIT, then I have the resources. मेरे पास
Right.
teachers हैं, मेरे पास बेस्ट ऑफ द लैब्स हैं, ठीक है? फिर मेरे पास अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी है, प्रोजेक्ट्स भी I can break
Right.
into AI. But
Right.
from a tier 3 जहाँ पे resources की कमी है, faculties are not that great, how would you teach me a thing? Okay, I'll say कि समीर मेरे को AI में काम स्टार्ट करना है, just please provide me some tips.
राइट. ओके. सो आई वुड से कि सबसे पहले तो ये नहीं करना है कि कोई यूडेमी का कोर्स खोल लिया, उसमें लाइक डायरेक्टली सीखना स्टार्ट कर दिया, जुपिटर नोटबुक ओपन किया, स्टार्टेड राइटिंग इंपोर्ट पांडास एज पीडी, इंपोर्ट टेंसरफ्लो एज टीएफ. उससे नहीं होगा. आई वुड से कि लाइक स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द बेसिक फर्स्ट. सबसे पहला बेसिक होता है लाइक लीनियर अलजेब्रा एंड मैथमेटिक्स. दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. पहले आपको लीनियर अलजेब्रा सीखना चाहिए, मैथमेटिक्स सीखना चाहिए. लीनियर रिग्रेशन से स्टार्ट करो, आपको पता चलेगा कि बहुत मैथ्स इन्वॉल्व है. एंड लाइक फॉर दैट मैथमेटिक्स आपको लाइक यू विल गेट टू द इनर ब्यूटी ऑफ एमएल, कि आपको ब्लैक बॉक्स जैसी चीजें नहीं समझ में आएंगी. यू विल गेट टू नो कि ये क्यों हो रहा है, इसका लॉजिक क्या है. सो दैट विल बी ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट. And like once you have covered this mathematics part, next you can move on to very basic ML. सारे ML के मॉडल्स जो है which are statistical based, like SVM हो गया, which are not any domain specific. SVM हो गया, KNN हो गया, या फिर supervised unsupervised learning हो गया. ये सब कवर कर लो. And then once you have covered these foundations, you can move to your favorite domain. अगर मुझे लगता है कि मुझे NLP में काम करना है, LLM में काम करना है, you can move to that. मुझे लगता है कि मुझे डिफिजन मॉडल में या फिर कंप्यूटर विजन में काम करना है, सो यू कैन मूव टू कंप्यूटर विजन और यू कैन मूव टू रीइंफोर्समेंट लर्निंग, दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. बट you must be have a good knowledge of these two things: the basic mathematics, linear algebra, probability, and the foundations of machine learning.
Awesome. तो पहले मैथ्स का अपना बेस बना लो गाइस. हम लोग चेक कर प्लेलिस्ट प्लीज. थैंक यू. लीनियर अलजेब्रा, प्रोबेबिलिटी, स्टैट्स हम तीनों पढ़ा रहे हैं. मैथ्स पढ़ लो, ठीक है, बेस बना लो. फिर क्लासिकल एमएल आप पढ़ लो, इंट्यूशन डेवलप कर लो. उसके बाद once you have both, then you choose a एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड फील्ड जिसमें आपको पसंद है कि अप्लाई करना है.
Right.
करेक्ट.
बिल्कुल.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, this was great, Samir. Thank you so much. ठीक है.
Yeah.
Almost at the end of our segment. हम ना एक छोटा segment रखते हैं जिसका नाम है rapid fire. ठीक है.
Okay.
एक ही requirement है कि आपको ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है. चलेगा?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
तो ज्यादा नहीं, 5 to 6 questions. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So my first question would be ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है, ठीक है. Suppose if a movie is based on your life, movies made based on your life, तो वो मूवी का टाइटल क्या होगा?
मूवी का टाइटल ओवरथिंकर.
You think a lot?
I think a lot.
Okay, yes. Okay, great. No, I won't cross question. Don't worry. ठीक है.
Yeah.
3 words that describe yourself.
Words that describe myself: ambitious,
Mhm.
then sense of gratitude, the second quality, and third quality I would say clumsy. That's not a good, but that's the harsh reality. So
Okay. And since you have been through so much, how do you define happiness?
I would say it's not a destination, it's a state of mind.
मुझे लगा तुम बोलोगे IIT बॉम्बे के कोर्स में 10 C is happiness. Good.
I mean, like happiness is when you get the patch between results and the admission of IIT Bombay. Then forget happiness.
Okay. अभी तो हम पूरा हाइप देख रहे हैं AI LLM ChatGPT का, राइट? So according to which technology will transform the future? अभी
I won't say. Okay, so many people are thinking that AI would take up the jobs, but I would say the human which would use AI to enhance themselves, that will be the great community.
Okay. Name the best food about at your place. आपकी place का best food that you like.
Okay, I would say Puran Poli.
What? यार, I have heard this Puran Poli ना. मैं महाराष्ट्र में रह के खा नहीं पाया, पता है? I regret it. Okay. Okay, last question. Till now, what's the best moment in IIT Bombay?
Mood Indigo.
Oh, Mood Indigo. मजा आया था क्या?
मजा आया. I mean, that was the moment कि first semester का trauma just खत्म हुआ था, and then Mood Indigo started.
awesome. Mood Indigo यार मस्त होता है, मतलब crowd, vibe, energy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this brings to our end of our segment. Thank you so much for doing this. ठीक है.
Thank you, Prince. Yeah.
जितने भी viewers हैं, students हैं, they gain a lot of it, right? Thank you.
Yes.